afternoon, I'm DRBMiller and this is The Division 2.
Language. Menu narration, English only. No. Cycle with left or right. Press back to return. Press next to continue.
A warm welcome to all of our friends, fans, community members, participants, squad mates and viewers worldwide. Thank you for joining our broadcast today. Thank you for being valued members of our community and indeed for supporting this channel. As you can see, today we are carrying on with our Battle Royale stroke FPS first person shooter festival. I'm very excited to be able to get back to The Division 2, the game we streamed and played here quite extensively on another platform. We were doing it on PlayStation 4, and guess what? This game is not cross-platform save accessible at present. So sadly, unlike with some other games, if we are to be playing it on Xbox or PC, we are needing to start with the game from the scratch. So what better way to do this but really within our Battle Royale festival, and I'm going to The Division 2 in particular today because we still have, I think, 24-48 hours of the Resident Evil event here accessible to all of the gamers worldwide. In fact, I should have really gone in earlier than today, but for whatever reason I thought that the season was going to be lasting for more than 2 weeks, and therefore we could claim some of the loot. If I'm not mistaken, for anyone who accessed it within the first 2 weeks, there is going to be another week allowed. So I'll explore this today because I really want to have some of those outfits and skins from Resident Evil. And as you will know, this is for the first time that the world of Konami Masterpiece is migrating to this one, and that's really exciting. Really very happy about it. It's also a new kind of economic model, the new industry model that is perking up slightly and slowly, where different developers and publishers will be cooperating together in order to provide us with the content that will be drawing attention from our respective communities. Because don't forget, a lot of people who are playing The Division may not be liking Halo or Borderlands, and if you're importing characters or the skins, you are going to be triggering off some interest for that. So that's all very good and very interesting, and I'm absolutely in support of the novelty. Apologise, my voice is a bit croaky today for some reason, not sure why, and all of you are familiar with the series Division 1 and 2. We had the first game located in New York with a major outbreak causing devastation and civil disobedience, riots and the collapse of economic and political system. It continues in the sequel. This time it's taking place in Washington DC, and the in-game mechanics and everything else is pretty similar, but in the sequel everything is much enhanced, from the audiovisual quality of the graphics and sound to the AI of the enemies, and the game is a lot more difficult for you to beat. You will require sometimes other participants doing it in a multiplayer format in order to complete certain tasks, and it is a massive game with a vast world with all sorts of challenges posed in there, and similar to what we have in Destiny with Gambits. In here there is one section which is called the Dark Zone, and in it you can play against both AI and other players. So very exciting for anyone who is indeed in awe of that sort of competitive streak, and some people who want to be chasing the scores, perhaps competing some of their friends and their own community participants. So definitely a very good game for, well, from every angle really. First of all, as an open world RPG stroke adventure game, through the FPS elements, some of the I wouldn't say battle royale but elimination elements in the Dark Zone, and very hard to survive if you're right at the beginning of your leveling up process. And then we also have collectibles, we have inventories, we have lots of other interesting things. And one of the most complex, most interesting games of its time. And I have to say, if you look at the other Ubisoft release recently, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we already have gone down the road of much greater technological development with so many other things to be done within the game. So, you know, great to be able to engage with those games that appear to be like the industry breaker or a breakthrough next generation games, the ones that are giving us all the novelties and inventions in the most polished format. And certainly this game is I'd say at the very top of it, the flagship of what we've seen as very advanced high-tech next-gen games of that era. Sadly didn't perform too well with the box office and the sales, and I'm not sure what the reason for people's displeasure there was, because I think anybody who would have purchased the first game might have been very impressed with, you know, the battle sequences, the difficulty with the enemies and all the other content, but it's still today considered to be slightly underperforming. I'm not sure for the reason. I certainly know that people who hated The Division 1 loved the sequel, and there are but 2 or 3 members of our community who expressed their incredible respect for Massive Entertainment, who worked on the sequel and turned it into a very formidable multiplayer stroke single person FPS stroke adventure game that is vast, replayable, thoroughly enjoyable, and also a game that will be bringing in lots of participants in multiplayer. So without further ado, we are here today, and my voice is really terrible today. I don't know why. It seemed perfect when I woke up, but for whatever reason it is being affected probably by the weather conditions. We had very cold weather in here for almost 10 days, and the change of atmosphere did take place overnight, and I have to say that the temperatures are very high compared to the last week, where we're facing the air temperatures of -16 and the overall temperatures of -6 or 7. Today it's already about 11, and that's you know, +11 plus 11 Celsius, and I think it's likely that within the next few days we'll experience a bit of spring, and that will be providing us with a kind of much needed respite. I'm just praying that we are not going to be getting a lot of rain like what we'd had before that bite of cold weather. But you know, neither is good. Plenty of rain causes flooding in our local area, and if it's incredibly cold, well, I mean, it was exceptionally cold, -24 I think it was in Scotland, one of the coldest temperatures ever recorded. And you know, definitely people can have some other problems caused by it as well, particularly if you are a mature citizen, somebody of an advanced age. Then that sort of temperature change can have very severe consequences for health. Right, coming back to the game, we are going to be doing The Division throughout the week, I think, and we'll try to fit in all the other games that I mentioned. The other Battle Royale games that I want to introduce are Spellbreak, Firestorm, Dying Light, Bad Blood, Zombies Royale IO, Ring of Elysium, Realm Royale, Totally Accurate Battlegrounds, Darwin Project, Z1 Battle Royale. So, you know, we have quite a selection of very interesting, perhaps less well-known games that we can access, and I will try to introduce them to our community to the best of my abilities. But you know, there are some priorities. The seasonal content here in The Division, then we have also the anniversary of Apex, then we have another new season kicking off with PUBG, and we are in full swing of Season 1 in Warzone. So loads of different content to be claimed there, and if we lag behind, we miss out on it. I forgot to mention Destiny 2 as well. The new season started last week. I've still not purchased my pass, but you know, being able to cram everything in is going to be very difficult, so we'll have to do it perhaps anecdotally in order to get some of the loot and present some of the novelties and niceties that each season is giving us. So without further ado, we are cracking on with main campaign. So we want to be experiencing Washington DC 7 months after the Green Poison pandemic, which basically was the story of the first game. Play Tom Clancy's The Division 2 main campaign from the start as a level 1 character. I need to be adjusting the sound. The sound is like incredibly loud, and you might have a difficulty in hearing me unless I do that. So bear with me, the music needs to be massively reduced, and the dialogue will have to be somewhat amplified. and male. Choose male. Let's see. So we have a detailed customization here right from the beginning. We need to choose the character who will be a... Loads of different characters we have. These guys look very similar, don't they? Let's see him. And we'll choose him. It's all good, I think. Appearance. Haircuts. Bushy. Afro. We want some proper military haircut. This is all a bit ruggedy, isn't it? Let's see this. A bit closer, it's a bit of a crew cut. I didn't find any haircuts that I want, so that's not really good, is it? Okay, we'll take that one, I think. We want dark brown if possible, right? That would be the best. And then what's this? Best. And then put markings. Outfits. That one. Nah, it's not really good. Too many glasses. Division outfit. This is quite good, quite like it. Then trousers. No, I think these ones are quite good. Yeah, I quite like these. First lot. Shoes. Tactical. Patches, keep that. Confirm character. There we are.
Priority mission highlighted. Proceed to the marker.
Settings, audio. 50. Music volume is to be minimal. 20. Okay, 30 will do, I think. Dialogue mix type home cinema. Right, my friends, there's something I need to tell you. First of all, if you're playing this game, which is the Division game, you need to be downloading Ubisoft Connect app. Okay, and the Ubisoft Connect app is providing you with a multitude of different options. Like, for instance, I logged in, and on the app I managed to get immediately some acknowledgements. So let me see what these are. I was able to get so-called Smart Intel, right? So Smart Intel told me that I logged in, so it's my daily Activision report, and activity report I should say, and then they said, we sent a backset gift for the latest supply drop to congratulate you on your progress. Sadly it fell into hostile territory. We hope they liked the lavender bath bombs. It's Ubisoft Connect time. There are some truly unique Division 2 rewards waiting for you. Here's an example. So for instance, I've got the mask which I can claim straight away. It's called Breakpoint Mask, right? So I click get it for free, and I claimed it. I'll be able to get it through the inventory. Okay, so we have been successfully rewarded. Then we hear that Washington is fraught with dangers. The nation relies on you to keep it afloat. Here are a few tips from command to get your bearings. So if you want to get on with some walkthroughs and some tips, you just click on the video and you'll be able to get all of those. The Division 2 Basic Beginner Guide to all stats and builds. The JTF have been just interested in new activities, so keep up the good work, agent. Right? So we had another Smart Intel report saying each day when you start a new game session, check bar here to see your new Smart Intel report. Once you start playing, we'll check your game stats and highlight your best performances via Smart Intel briefing. For instance, based on your player level activities, we'll adapt the report you get. So it's Ubisoft Connect time. Earning Ubisoft Connect rewards and completing Ubisoft Connect challenges are always a good way to enhance your gaming experience. Don't forget, you are collecting, it's very similar to what you have with Microsoft gamer points, and also the rewards points that you get for various things accessible through the Microsoft Store. It's the same sort of thing here. It's just obviously not Microsoft, it's Ubisoft, and you are collecting the points, and then you can use them for a variety of different gifts and niceties that come your way. Sometimes even you can claim some free games. I claimed Assassin's Creed China yesterday for my PC. So SMG Bounty Black Tusk, and then you get lots of other bits and pieces. Do not forget, you can always come back to the links. You've shared it here anytime. Everything is saved in our conversation history. Enjoy your day in Washington. DRBMiller. So that's what we had. And also what's interesting is I have on my setup Game Enhancer. So this Game Enhancer is terrific. If you want to be taking some screenshots and doing bits and pieces, you can immediately post them to your social networking. It's very, very good. It is specifically inbuilt on Sony Xperia 5.2 phones. Very, very enhanced. It works phenomenally well on Call of Duty, if you're playing Call of Duty Mobile, because Call of Duty is partnered with Sony and it's proprietary to this phone, so it really works beautifully well, and you can take all the screenshots of the world and instantly post them everywhere. Very useful. That's not the case here with my Xbox. Okay, so let's see what we've got there. Tom Clancy's The Division 2, and obviously we are going to be having two different ones. We have The Division 2 on PlayStation 4, which I played quite a bit. It's already gone up, and I have there 5,000 core challenges points, I think, and 18 rewards out of 25, and I got all sorts of things in there, but this is not something that I'm interested in today. Today we're looking at the one dedicated to our presence on Xbox. Sadly, the game is not cross-platform enabled, and therefore, well, I should say it differently. The game does not allow you to be doing cross-platform saves. It's similar to what you have in Apex. Start at an Apex. If you start an Apex on PC or your PlayStation, you cannot be importing your data to another platform, right? So you need to stick to that platform, or you'll start building your data from scratch. I guess there's two issues in there. One is the monetary side of things, because they will want people to I guess buy it on all platforms, PC, PlayStation and Xbox, and therefore it's a triple gains for the developer. And on the other hand, there are some platform specifics in terms of how the game does work, and you will find, for instance, with some games like PUBG, it doesn't perform too well on Xbox, it performs very well on PC. So therefore you will need to adjust and tune in and choose your own platform. On the other hand, I think the future of the gaming is exclusively within cross-platform access and cross-platform saves, so in due course they probably will be reflecting this also here within this Ubisoft The Division 2 universe. So we'll be checking out all the rewards and everything else in there. In fact, I'll just have a look at the inventory, curious to see whether we acquired this mask instantly, because I claimed it through the app. So remember, for anyone who is doing any Ubisoft games, Assassin's Creed franchise, Ghost Recon, The Division, the list just goes on and on, make sure you download your Ubisoft Connect app, because this is a new thing. They used to have another app that didn't seem to perform too well. This is cross-platform, you can access it anywhere, and it provides you with a multitude of rewards. It's very useful because you're getting tips, you're getting a lot of good advice, and most importantly, you're collecting these gamer points that you can use for freebies. We all like freebies, I certainly do, and I want to collect every one of those. Right, so first of all, we want to check the inventory. The weapon I have is very, very basic. You open it, military P416, so it's like a M16 version, and then there's a shotgun, right? So let us have a look. A barrel. I look very good. Actually, I'll take a screenshot of this as well. It's a nice screenshot of our new operator starting at level 1. We are going to be sharing this with our community later through Twitter. So we have apparel, and look at this. Look at this. What is it? It's the mask I claimed. So we'll put this mask on, I think. This breakpoint mask is superior, which means it's the top level. Not really. Yellow is the top level, purple is shoulder to shoulder with it. And then you have other suggestions. As you could see, you can always purchase them with your own currency, or indeed grind hard in order to get them here through whatever you get and raise within the game. It's called in-game currency as well. Alright, so contaminated resources. This is all basic, so we don't need to worry about this at the moment. I consider they've reworked. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm playing The Division 2 for the first time on Xbox, and the layout is a bit different compared to the one on PlayStation. I love it though. Looks very, very good, very easily accessible, and we need to see what other Right, progress further to unlock social. We've not unlocked, so we need to recruit Grace. News we have, Ubisoft Connect is the one I was telling you about. Apparel, we have more some. Oh, I see. Okay, we've got this as well. So that's 1 cash. Resident Evil Apparel Cash Key. Yes, this is what we want to get. Items collected, event, standard, apparel cash key. So let me see whether we can unlock it. I actually need to move. Bear with me a second. Cash key, right, so let's open this one, right? We open the cash key. I'm curious to see, that will be the first Resident Evil item ever collected here in the Division world. So what is it? Field Technician Shared Superior. Of course, we'll accept. We'll open cache again. Let's see what the next item is. Superior hat. Accept. Reveal item. Field Technician Pants, Superior. Ah, we haven't got any more. Okay. So, let's see, what else do we need to do? Premium credits. This big premium cache will have event items of guarantees and no duplicates. Event keys can be obtained from gameplay activities and purchased with premium credits. So that's fine. We'll carry on. I think it was very good to start from the ground up, because there'll be a lot of activities and we'll get lots of different unlockables. And let's just crack on with some of these. Just want to see the apparel now with the new items. So the shirt. Just a second. That's, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, that's the store. Okay. Spotlight. This is the new one that we picked up. Okay. What else do we have? There must be something else, right? New shirt. Field Technician shirt, we'll put it on. Pants. Well, we just did for fun, really. We'll take all the loot that we were given. That looks good. I look mean. Look at this. Take a screenshot of this. Okay, so that's inventory. Anything else in inventory? No, I think we're sorted. Progression. Progression is actually nil. We've not done anything yet. Okay. So we need to complete the prologue, and that's exactly what we are going to do.
Over here! Agent! Meet me at the gate. Agent! Follow me!
I need
I've just seen that our friend Playmore UK is here with us. Hello sir, how are you doing? Very good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. We are running our Battle Royale Festival, actually Battle Royale stroke FPS Festival, and therefore we are doing the Division 2 yet again on different platforms, starting from the very beginning, and that's really in view of the Resident Evil event that's presently run here on Ubisoft, and I want to be connecting with you know, all the goodies and all the lovely items that they are going to be sending our way. What to say, it looks really astonishing. It's already been done for next-gen consoles, and it looks really amazing. So left we can sprint. Where did she? She must have gone somewhere.
Jump over it!
I got you! Get him! Got in possession!
Well, that was ridiculous.
Coming from behind that barrier!
Hostiles! Keep firing and take them out! Keep coming! Hold the line!
I'm out! Reloading!
Watch your flank!
Pivot! I'm out! Cover me!
Don't stay in one spot for too.
Red wing here!
Agent! We have to get down there to help him!
Quick! Reload! I got it! You're right on top of me! I'll kill you!
Looks like we succeeded.
You're gonna
That's
be
good.
okay.
Got it! Someone check the perimeter!
See to those barricades. Be on the lookout for stragglers. Some of those bastards got away. I didn't expect another attack so soon. You okay? If this keeps up, we're gonna have to relocate. Help me with this. We're stretched too thin to protect everyone here. Not again.
Get to the waterfront!
That can't be right. This is a distress code. The coordinates for Washington, D.C. How is this possible?
Get down!
We can't just leave these people here. Whatever happened, it needs to be fixed or it's all over. You go! I'll do what I can here. Go!
Awesome.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time in centuries, what we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted. We survived. Established a new normal. But there are also those who build nothing. Create nothing.
Hyenas preying on the weak. They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone. A brave few have sworn to protect us and save what remains. They unite us.
Remind us that we are one people. They are our shield and our light. But if that light goes out,
Who can save us then?
It's been 7 months since the outbreak. We still live in fear of the virus, the green poison. The real danger is out there, waiting.
Incoming alert on the SHD emergency channel. Flash priority.
The base of operations is under attack. Hostile forces have breached our southern perimeter. We are in need of immediate assistance. Repeat, need immediate assistance from any nearby agents.
Okay, I need to adjust the settings because this is way too loud for the stream, so master volume is 50%, music is 30, SFX we need to also reduce to about 50, and then dialogue volume needs to go to about 50. So that should be alright. Well, I think you will all agree that the prologue, first of all, is a new addition to the game. I've not played it before, as I engaged with the Division 2 when it launched, and on PlayStation 4 version we didn't have the prologue, so that's new, and it looks absolutely wonderful, blends in perfectly with what we see later, the credits and our brief introduction, and then we, you know, jump right in. So now we are carrying on. We need to get to the White House. That's the priority. Remember to Ghost Recon, you always have to be hiding, you need to be in cover. Remain invisible, stay in cover, watch your back, pay attention to other gamers. Make sure you cause maximum damage to the enemy. You can see we need to be going up there. If I'm not mistaken, we can't be lying prone in here in the game. That's not really particularly good. They really should have introduced it. It's very important. This helicopter suffered a major disaster. And I was saying a great introduction. Well, actually, sir, I on PlayStation 4 and the introduction was not there. The prologue is, I believe, a new addition. It might be basically part of the edition that I have that also includes Warlords of New York expansion, but I think it's just a really beautiful way in for anyone who's not played the original game. They'll be able to find out straight away what this game is about, and it's neither too long nor too short, just literally ideal, and you know, full of adrenaline, full of energy, a lot of action, beautiful graphics, and now we obviously progress into the White House, so it's really, really brilliant. I love the game, I have to say, and like I said earlier in my broadcast, many people loved the sequel and hated the original for various reasons, and I know people who bought the original and decided never ever to play it again, and you know, they purchased the sequel and they loved it, and they're still playing it today with expansions and seasonal content and everything. So not sure as to why it is still considered to be slightly like a game that's underperforming. I'm not sure at all, because I think the game delivered on all levels, and I loved it from the beginning. But I mean, look at it, the way the camera works, you know, the angles, and also what we have here is, if you look at the inventory photo mode. So like, for instance, if you go to photo mode, you have your camera and you can swing around, you can go backwards and forwards, you know, you can take the best possible shots. So I think we're going to do that and capture. Xbox Guide to capture photo. Yeah, it's not allowing us to do it directly. It's all good. So we can leave the let's see, exit. Our friend says, it's one of my favorites. My main games are Borderlands 3, Division 2 and Destiny 2. All of them are absolutely wonderful, and just like what you mentioned, Borderlands 3 is the best one out of 3. It is incredible. It's very funny, very pacey, plenty of activities, massive big open world, lovable characters, a lot of action, multiplayer, you name it, all is in there. Anyone who played the series from the beginning will tell you, best out of 3. Destiny 2 is fantastic with its voluminous content, never-ending activities, endless quests and grinds, and also beautifies graphics, particularly if you played it on a PC, since they've done the uplift for next gen. It looks mouth-watering, bright colors, razor-sharp graphics, very immersive, high-quality gaming experience. And this game, of course, I mean, look at the graphics. You can see every single bit of that foliage, every single leaf, and the gameplay is so smooth. You know, no drops on frame rate or anything. It's absolutely wonderful. And I'm playing today for the first time on Xbox. I've done everything previously on PlayStation with this game, and you know, it's always interesting to compare because you will notice sometimes the difference. And I'm playing it on a fantastic Sony Bravia setup, 60-inch TV, you know, with everything else plugged in there, with home cinema setup as well as top-notch Turtle Beach headphones. So really, if I'm to be resorting to the words of Phil Spencer, he said that the next big thing within the world of gaming is going to be exclusively about the quality of that immersive experience. So when people are doing open world games like this one, they want to be fully in it, and also not within the virtual reality type of environment, but within the two-dimensional one that we get on our screens, but with everything else enhancing the experience. Because, you know, it's very important to recognize virtual reality is bringing you into a world which seems to be too real, and video games, together with the films and entertainment industry, are providing us with fables, with narrative, with stories which are based on fantasy, somebody's interpretation of what life's like, and it's two-dimensional. So when you switch off your TV, you walk away from cinema, you know that this was just somebody's vision of the world, and that's the way they want to keep it. They want to keep that vision as being somebody's own fantasy, somebody's own interpretation of the way life is like, but also within that environment, when you can be fully immersed, you become an active protagonist. And I talked on one of my broadcasts recently about this. Being an active protagonist in a fully immersive world, where you become a hero, become a warrior, you become a guardian, one of the operators here, is what draws people to the activity. 4 billion people worldwide play video games every single day. 4 billion. During the last year, it's gone up from 2.5 billion to 4 billion. It's just incredible. But there's a reason for that. You know, it's a respite that is first of all providing us with connectivity and communication with other people. So we bring in new people into our community through online gaming. You would have seen with my Warzone streams recently, we built an incredible community in no time. And we keep getting requests for people to join our regiment, to come in, become our friends all the time. And you know, it's just truly incredible that you can build a community so fast, and we become so close. You know, people who are watching my Destiny streams every day, it's a very, very closely knitted, closely bonded community. I think it wasn't even more, because it's a small squad battling for survival, and really the elements of a real 4-man patrol team become more apparent as we carry on. So, you know, a wonderful way through which we can be connecting with others worldwide, never ever feel alone, never ever feel isolated, complete various tasks. And on the other hand, something I did not mention as yet, is that the games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they are pursuing an educational element as well. So you play a game like Valhalla Odyssey, and you'll get a very large section which is teaching you all about the history of that country. So it's Greece and England, respectively, really, with those games. And that's just yet another step in how people will be able to learn. It's much easier to learn through video gaming activity than just by going to a library and reading a book, because it's audio visual, it gives impressions, it's easy to soak up, you take on board everything said. So really a very, very, very good way forward. And Playmo says, just bought this on Xbox, so you mentioned cross-save character progress like Destiny 2 is a real shame. Well, this is already going to be outdated in no time, and I can certainly tell you that Destiny 2 is going to be going cross-platform more or less immediately, so really within this quarter before Easter, if all goes well. You know, we have to obviously keep in mind that Bungie technicians are working, engineers are working from the homes rather than from the studios, and we are going to be getting Destiny both, well, we already have cross-save, but we'll get cross-platform access in no time, and that's the future for all of these games. So this game will go cross-platform access and cross-platform save, just like the other ones. The only thing there, I think, for Battle Royale and competitive multiplayers, they may keep the data save platform specific, and you know why that is. It's purely to do with the fact that if let's say you migrate on Apex from PlayStation to Xbox, which is what I did, then you have to start from scratch. And let's say on PlayStation your level is 170 and you're starting on Xbox with the level 0, so you'll grind and you play and play. You know, it's that element in there. It gives you cross-platform access. Apex, it doesn't allow you to be importing cross-platform data, i.e. cross-platform saves. So, you know, well, you know, time will tell. You will remember that when Halo platforms were switched off about 15 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, there was a huge amount of discontent arising from the community, because people played Halo for 10 years almost, 1, 2 and 3 for multiplayer, and then suddenly the service was switched off. And who on earth at that point would imagine that a few years later we'll get the Master Chief Collection with everything reworked, 2 modes available, the original as well as remastered, and all the multiplayer tags brought in for people to connect again, not this time not on the console but on a PC. You know, so there's a huge capacity for reworking, remastering, re-editing, representing, reconnecting, if there is a will. And they are very much based on the trends and community feedback. In fact, I just saw the other day that Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment were a bit frosty on developing extra expansions for this game, because they thought the game slightly underperformed and there was no point of throwing in. But I think they really made a mistake with you know, the model. They should have been following Bungie and their idea on how to be introducing extra expansions. And you know, so the community members like yourself and me have been voicing our concerns that the game would die if there's no extra content, and there was quite a lot of feedback coming in. So the weekend they confirmed that indeed they will be working on new expansions, and the Division 2 will carry on within the format with new content. And that's purely because of the interest. You know, people were writing to them expressing their desire to see many more actions and battles here in this environment, and that's exactly what has been you know, appreciated, taken on board. On the other hand, you've seen Microsoft, for instance, they really discontinued, or I should say put on hold, the achievement system for xCloud. So all of us on Xbox, we can access, you'll be familiar, we can get them on Android, we can play quite a number of those games immediately, even without a controller. And they basically did away with the achievement system, and the community rebelled, and people wrote lots of messages. The feedback was overall negative, and therefore Microsoft decided a couple of days ago that they will bring back the achievement system to xCloud access. So, you know, it's all down to the community, because they realized, and particularly in this very interactive world that we live in, if they do not listen to the fans and dedicated community members, they will lose interest. And quite frankly, a lot of negative criticism on Twitter, hashtag The Last of Us 2 does not live up to its potential, for instance, and that sort of thing. You've seen what happened when they launched the game. The first 2 or 3 weeks had like 25% positive reviews, 75% was negative, and that was a hoax. It was a hoax based on rumors, and I'm not sure who invented this and who really started the whole thing, that was spread out before the game was released, indicating that the story will be run differently. They invented a different ending, and they invented the plot that was not at all approved by the developer. So what happened was, some people in the community were expecting the you know, invented, non-existent to be taking place. So once the game was released, everyone was really disappointed, and that was contributing towards 75% of those negative reviews on Metacritic. And you know, obviously the developer was very concerned, but they just, you know, went live on air to say, we've heard about these rumors, but they're nothing to do with us. We did the story as we you know, decided to be the very best, and we really pursued it. There was never at any stage indication coming from us that the invented story was at all going to be worked on. So you could see how it could swing both ways, very positively, very negatively, depending on how the community is reacting. And yeah, just like you said, I think that's the future. The future is cross-platform save and cross-platform access. They might still keep some of the cross-platform save, cross-save as we call it, withheld for Battle Royale type of games or competitive multiplayers, but for this sort of game, just complete nonsense. It really needs that degree of input.
You don't have to keep beating him. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I want to make sure whoever finds his body knows better.
Look at this. No.
How do you?
I just want to say to our friend Playmore, you know, our regiment in Warzone has been so successful, so interactive and so busy that on most days I always play with a different group of players belonging to our regiment, and you've seen from our discussions, conversations and online exchanges, it's been very, very energetic and very entertaining, and that's the future. That's the future for Twitch and for community-based broadcasting channels. Getting as many people as possible who are connected because they love a particular game, and then they share their experiences, emotions, views, everything else that they go through, be it gaming or anything else related. And it's a new form of communication, and I think it's a lot more popular than what people do today on WhatsApp or messages, because you have them live online, you get to know them really well, and people really become great friends. Like in our regiment, we can't go anywhere due to the pandemic, but we said that once the pandemic is fully over, we are going to be organizing live events. So we'll get together, have a dinner, and bring in our friends from around the world to spend time with us, because as you've seen, the regiment is very international. We have people from Portugal, from Luxembourg, from Germany, from Greece, from Spain, from France, from Belgium, from Italy, obviously from Britain, from Finland, from Sweden, from Denmark. It's astonishing. But everyone loves the game, and we all have a good chat. But what works for us, what doesn't, we analyze tactics. Doing solitary gaming is something that's been completely outdated, and I think defies the purpose, really. Oh, look at this, there is a chest in there. Gloves. Killing enemies are opening loot containers can drop weapons, gear and ammunition. Check your inventory frequently for new upgrades. I just want to ask our friend, just a minute, I need to get rid of this. I want to ask our friend Playmore whether you are using Ubisoft Connect app, because it's been massively improved. It's sort of a recent addition to well, selection of software that we introduced in the past, and it's very good. I really highly recommend it. I'm using it on my Sony Xperia 5 II, and it's just working wonders. Instantly you can claim some gifts, instantly you're getting messages of anything that you unlocked, and you get those tips and videos and chats, and you can connect to friends, and fantastic, really. Yeah, similar to what we have on other platforms, but it's so good that Ubisoft are doing something similar to Microsoft, and having it in a mobile phone really helps. You get all the information through one platform, and it's all Ubisoft based, so you get information on Assassin's Creed and all the games you played, basically. It registers what you're playing or what you played in the past and keeps giving you that sort of news feed. You'll never be kept in the dark about whatever comes out of Ubisoft and the games that they published. So really, really good stuff. Most highly recommend it to everyone. I keep saying that to everyone. You've got to be using Ubisoft Connect. It's really a wonderful, wonderful tool, and you'll get freebies. I claimed my Ubisoft, my Assassin's Creed China yesterday here on, let me think, no, I claimed the game for PC, so I can play them on my PC whilst I have a whole selection of Chronicles on my Xbox in any case. I have a very large collection of games on both platforms now, thanks to instant access and digital downloads. Many more games than ever before, because since they introduced instant purchases and many special offers, it's been wonderful to be able to acquire such wonderful games for very little money. For instance, this game I bought on a price of £4.20. Right, it's £4.20 special offer for The Division 2. It's a massive game, and it's reasonably new. And the expansion, Wars of New York, I also bought for about £5 or £6. It was a limited offer through Microsoft Store. So altogether, I got the expansion and the full game for less than £10. It's just incredible. I got Ghost Recon Breakpoint for £10, and it's the full edition with premium content, seasons, and the experience mode and everything else that they've basically developed since the game was released. I was just for £10, incredible. Previously the game was like £70, and so these special offers are making it really easy for us to collect and to build really a very good archive of everything that we enjoy doing the best here in this wonderful world of video gaming. Right, so we need to get to the White House. We're chatting, and also a very good day-night cycle in here. Looks very good, very bright, and very entertaining, and very vivid. Don't forget, if you're attacking certain positions, you may want to do it at night, because the night will provide you with natural cover. On the other hand, some places will be done better during daytime, so it depends on what you want to be pursuing, what type of action, and also what objectives you have. Remember that, very important. Always go from cover to cover. I'll do another photograph. Quite keen. So let me see. I'll position this accordingly. You see, this is not good. This is something that doesn't work too well on Xbox. You want to take a shot, and then you would have a shot without any kind of text on display if you were doing it on PlayStation or PC. In here, you have got to go through the usual, right? Which is basically the Xbox menu, and therefore these ones are going to be seen. It's just really a bit silly. They want everyone to be using the original Microsoft system. Our friend Playmore says, I've been enjoying your Warzone streams. Quite often don't enjoy listening in the background while I work. Well, thank you so much for that. And you know what? I'll tell our squad mates about it. They'll be very pleased. I did receive quite a number of feedback messages coming from our usual Destiny and Borderlands and Apex community members who were also doing exactly the same. They just leave it on their phone, they'll do something else, they'll be listening to the content, because the content's been very amusing. And you've seen many times where we got obliterated or had poor scores. We really had a lot of fun, and we took it on the chin. In fact, I had a couple of messages recently indicating that we had some competitive players joining us from time to time, and that was not too well received. So generally I'll try to really keep the competitives to the bare minimum, because I think anybody joining our community-based teams will bring in a different flavor, and then the entire stream kind of feels a bit differently. But it is to have a lot of fun, and for us to be getting better at the game through advice, tips, and experience, which is then learned from our squad mates. And I learned everything about Destiny, Warzone, Apex, The Division, the list just goes on and on and on, through the community membership and the participation of our regular viewers. They told me, and I think Destiny in particular, because that game was created originally with that objective in mind. It was a game that had no guides or any walkthroughs anywhere, and in order to do a pinnacle weapon quest, you had to be relying on your mate, somebody who did it before, somebody who knew what to do. And I know that Sniper King, who's our regular community member from the US and a dedicated Destiny 1 and 2 veteran, he said he felt that I learned in 3 months when I played Destiny 1 live what he would have learned in about 2 years. And I think this is quite a good description of the difficulty level if somebody was doing it by himself. But don't forget, when Destiny 1 was released, there was no Twitch and there were no live streams. And being able to do live streaming and get your community on board just revolutionized the whole area of connectivity, and therefore it's much easier to learn. And there were people also typing on chat certain tips and asking us to do certain things. It's always the best when you have 2 or 3 veterans in your squad, and then you do it together. And Playmo says, I'm using it. Yes, super is it, isn't it? I now lost the thread of my thought. Let me think. Oh yeah, I know what it is. It's about Ubisoft Connect. Ubisoft Connect is a terrific software, and absolutely recommend that app to everyone, anybody on any platform. And also, what's incredibly important, if people are using it, you need to integrate all of your platforms into that one account. So it's very important, because initially when I downloaded it, I had like separate Ubisoft Connect for attached per platform, but all of them need to be integrated. So all of them need to be connected to the same email address, to the same account, and therefore you import all the data from Xbox, from PC, and from Stadia, as well as PlayStation, and then everything is fully on display. It's all integrated, nice and easy. So that's really very, very important, because otherwise it's scattered, and you really want to be able to claim the gifts, the rewards, collect the gamer points, and everything and anything that Ubisoft has to offer. Starlink is a game that I highly recommend to you. I'm not sure whether you played it. I've done it a couple of times on free days. It was offered through Xbox, and Starlink is a great game. It really is a wonderful. It reminds me a bit of Wasteland. It's a combination of RPG with FPS and with adventure, also within a sci-fi environment. Beautiful graphics, a lot of dialogue, really good, like really enjoyable. Didn't have much of publicity in the UK, but it's done really well worldwide, and I played it quite a few times, and just reminded of it today when I was looking at the app, because the app registered all the games I played, and Starlink was amongst them. And perhaps it feels a bit like an odd one out. You look at all the other ones: Ghost Recon franchise, Assassin's Creed franchise, The Division. It's like all these games, part and parcel of a series that was lasting for more than 2 decades. But in this instance, something slightly unusual, something new, but equally entertaining. And what was the other game called? I was just looking at it yesterday. It was a very, very good indie game, similar to Destiny. It's like all this integration. Oh man, just the actual title escapes me. Let me just have a look. I'll tell you. Another game I can recommend you very, very highly. And they offered it for free, I think, during its first week of release, and I played the whole game and completed all campaigns. Let me see very quickly what the game is. Just bear with me. Be able to tell you. Wonder whether you played it. Let me see achievements. Well, they changed games somewhat, so let me see. Presently, on this list on the app, and that excludes all games which were on Xbox 360, right, and Xbox Original, it's 579 games. So altogether it's probably 2,000, and it's quite remarkable, isn't it? When you consider previously we'd buy just 1 or 2 games a month, and today you can get everything. And it's so easy. Just click the games in your account, and you can play it straight away. Download it. I'm trying to find this lovely title. Well, unfortunately, I can't find it straight away, so I'll have to look it up. Just bear with me. Where are the achievements? What is going on? Previously, the app had achievements integrated, but that's probably what they did, and that's the complaints, I think, that Microsoft were receiving from everyone. So I can't see any achievements in here, and that is very, very annoying, right? Right, so I'll have a look at it through something else. Bear with me. My dear sir, I apologize, I can't find it on my achievements. It might have been given to me as a beta or something, because it's not showing up in there. I'm not sure what the reason for that is, but I'll work it out and I'll tell you. It was a wonderful game. I played it and loved it. So, let me crack on with some more action in here. We talked quite a bit. We'll get rid of this still. Looks like it's quite late at night.
The White House is under attack. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Our job is to make sure nobody
Just go forward somewhat.
behind. Tear them to pieces. Fucking pay for that.
I've got eyes on a division agent heading north toward the White House. Looks like they've cut down a group of hyenas and are headed this way.
Agent, if you can hear us on this frequency, keep pushing forward and blindside these bastards.
See what I can loot. I forgot to loot. The guys are eliminated. Picked up some ammunition in there. Let's look how we can loot them as yet. Can I loot him? Nope. Let's have a look in that still a bit. Nope. Ah. Loot this. Okay. Just remember, this is a massive big open world and you need to be paying attention to everything that's happening out there. So it's very similar to Skyrim or Oblivion. Plenty of items to discover and even more so to loot. Okay, so we'll just go to the White House. This is the very beginning and reach the checkpoint. I've got to say I'm amazed with the quality of the graphics. They're just incredible. I've not played it here on my Sony Bravia system before, and it's just mouth-watering graphics. The quality of that gaming experience is incredible. I've got to say that because I'm streaming, I'm slightly impaired with the audio quality because I need to reduce the sound, but still, you know, you get the atmospheric elements of it, and I've played Skyrim Special Edition on Xbox recently, fully modified with several hundred mods, and it's just out of the world experience. It's been remastered, looks beautiful, and playing it as a 3-piece rather than a 1-piece. Quite extraordinary. Don't have a sniper. We'll go there for some glory, shall we? Well, a grenade could do well in there, wouldn't it? Something behind me. More hostiles in there. That's a great position, is it? Position's not ideal in there. Needs to be said, eh? There's a bit more trick in here. Forgetting to reload in that. I haven't got enough health. Level up. Good. Leveled up, gain XPs from kills and completing activities to level up. Leveling up allows you to equip more weapons. Oh, it's gone. Alright, couldn't reread everything that fast, unfortunately. Apologise. So, friends, okay, we made it! We made it! So, we'll do this. Lovely photograph in there. Let's see, approaching the White House. The base! We made it! Base of operations. Southgate, restricted access. Okay. Use an armor kit to restore armor while in combat. Armor regenerates of its own. Okay. You have items in your mailbox. Right. Progression. Collectibles. Found footage. Database. Combat intel. So, as you could see, we have a very, very large number of collectibles, and they're spread across the board. So you have many, many to collect, and you need to really pay attention when walking through certain areas, because you'll be collecting audio and video clips, and they'll give you an overall perspective on what's happening in the story, or in the game, I should say. So combat intel is hyenas. So the assault unit is deeply indoctrinated by the hyenas ethos. They're unorganized and inexperienced in combat, relying on intimidation and constant gunfire to make up for their shortcomings. The assault unit use raiding and looting to instill fear into the citizens of DC. So very, very annoying and very disorderly. Just a second. So we have collectibles. It's database. Organizations. Well, I'm curious about New York. Look at this. New York's already been done and dusted. What's that? The Division, Last Man Battalion, Hyenas, JTF, the Joint Task Force, collectibles, organizations. A bit surprised that I've got this unlocked already. Cleaners. The cleaners are former sanitation workers who took it upon themselves to rid New York of green poison. They used flamethrowers to burn anyone and anything that could be contaminated. Since the death of the leader, John Farrow, the loss of their napalm supply, the cleaners have been weakened beyond repair. They are no longer considered a threat to the Joint Task Force. Believe you me, if you come across some of the cleaners out there, you better watch out, because you will be burnt alive. Collectibles. I'll go back to New York. Hang on. Fei Lau, she is one of our operators, and you can read all about her. Jessica Candle, there's a dossier on her. Paul Rhodes, dossier on him. Roy Benitez, dossier on him. Okay. Go back to that. Key people. Aaron Keener. You will know that Aaron Keener is the worst possible enemy. Had a privileged upbringing and never experienced any real adversity before joining the military. After he graduated from the Citadel, he served a top duty at Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti. He eventually left the military, took a job as a futures trader on Wall Street. Keener was noted to be a potentially prototypical candidate before joining the division due to his intellect and military expertise. Keener is adaptable and confident and has a personable aura which he uses to manipulate others. I got that wrong, actually. Aaron Keener is a friend. President Waller, Vitaly Chernenko, President Mendez, age 51, deceased, Gordon Amherst. Gordon Amherst is responsible for engineering the green poison and unleashing it upon York. You'll remember that from the original game, of course, The Division 1. Okay, so we have the White House. Let me see, anything else we need to check in their inventory? Yes, we do. We have some better gloves in there to pick up. We want to pick up these, level 1. Exhausted equipment needs to be, let me see, deconstruct. So we've got the good ones. Contaminated resources. What else? Do we have anything else? Inventory. Nope, that's all we picked up for now. It's quite good. Progression. The White House. So that's all sorted. We're ready to get in.
Hey, thanks for the help out there. You should check in with Manny, our coordinator, upstairs in the Blue Room. And come by here if you ever need help with your tech.
We'll go upstairs, check out with Manny. Stash. Can always stash everything in there. Any spares? Take a screenshot of this as well. Base of operations. Everyone will be familiar if you played the game before. Enter!
This is... Welcome to DC. I'm Manny. I run comms. I'm guessing the division alert brought you here? Damn glad to see you. Let me show you exactly how screwed we are. Ever since the JTF imploded, the city's become a playground for murderous fuckheads. There are several main factions, and a whole lot of bottom feeders sucking up whatever the big dogs. Civilian settlements are still holding out against all this villainy. They need more help than we've been able to provide, especially since the division network went dark. That's Kelso. She's one of the last surviving agents in DC. She's operating out of the theater settlement on a priority mission. You should go check in with her. If anyone knows how to get these systems back online. Oh, and introduce yourself to the locals while you're at it. It'll comfort them to know there's a new sheriff in town.
There is a new sheriff in
town. Head downstairs and check in with the quartermaster. He can get you set up with some division tech. You're gonna need the edge.
Skill unlocked. Very good. Oh no, we'll knock this together with our friend downstairs. Quartermaster. Smoke collectibles. Memorabilia we picked up. Yeah, White House snow globe. A snow globe of the White House. So remember, you need to collect all of these continuously. There, see? Quite like it. Collectibles. Hang on. Should be gone, really, shouldn't it? Database, faction outcasts. Oh, look at this. A dossier on Emmeline Shaw. Lost her daughter into Roosevelt Island quarantine. This trauma motivated her to form the Outcasts and seek revenge against those responsible. She is a charismatic and ruthless manipulator who exploits the weak. She has no known close friends, but an inner circle which she trusts implicitly. Okay, well that's no fun. She's going to be a formidable enemy. Antoine Ridgway is a general. He financed his college studies through ROTC and went on to become a reserve officer. He had a lucrative career as a salesman and often used his skills he gained during the period to enhance his leadership style. He was commanding a company of the Maryland National Guard as a colonel when the pandemic struck. After the National Guard was assimilated into the JTF, Ridgway became increasingly disgruntled and led his unit in a rebellion, taking command to form the True Sons, the enemy. Ridgway is ambitious and has a strong desire to lead. He will always dominate the conversation, express his concerns if he disagrees with other people. Key people. Aaron Keener, we looked at him. Manny Ortega. Grew up in California, moved to DC in the early 20s. He's direct and focused. He always takes time and care to ensure his actions and words are understood and then taken in the right context. It's interesting that we're unlocking these people so early. I was wondering why. SHD Network Blackout, DC Evaluation. So basically this is like an encyclopedia of contacts, conversations and ideas, and indeed your collectibles, everything you get in inventory, in order to make you really knowledgeable about this world, the world we are facing out there, full of dangers and hostilities. Okay, so that's all sorted. We need to go downstairs and then unlock our skill. There he is.
Hey there.
Denison.
Up for learning a new skill?
Absolutely. So, pulse, turret, hive, chemical launcher, shield, drone, seeker mine, firefly. Right. So, turret, I think this will be very useful. We'll unlock this. And then we need to equip it, assign to slot. So that's been used. Basically we can use it almost like a second man, you know, to fire directly at the enemy position. Unlocking more variants. We'll need to unlock these, we're not there yet. Okay, any other skills? No, we do not have any other skills, just this one. Okay.
Take care.
The theater settlement is off to the east. You probably run into some trouble along the way. You'll have to do this block by block, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Okay. I need better weapons, hang on. The weapon I've got is not particularly good. It's my primary, secondary. Yeah, that's about it. We don't have anything else. Okay.
Agent, we've just received a distress call from New York. There's been an attack on the division, and they've requested immediate support. Meet me on the White House South Lawn. There's a helicopter prepped for us. We need to leave now.
Okay, we'll depart immediately.
The neighborhoods you'll be moving through are hyena territory. They're a bunch of vicious assholes who prey on the weak and vulnerable and kill for kicks. And they destroy whatever they can't steal for themselves. And they've been an especially serious problem for the theater settlement. Given our situation, we need the help of the settlements. But they can't do much if they're struggling to survive. So see what you can do to take some pressure off them. But don't forget that we have to get the Shade Network back to full strength. In a lot of places, the Division has been the only thing holding people together. But when DC is the priority, most agents are completely cut off. They're not gonna last long without support.
Shit! I can see them coming for me! What did you do?
Okay. Well, something to collect in here. Better weapon, I think. Yep, that's right. It's a better weapon. No, we'll just keep it for the time being, I think. Right, we better leg it to get to that theatre settlement in there.
Portable device detected. Incoming backup request.
Receiving calls for backup. Just a minute. This is our map telling us exactly where we are and, you know, everything that's going on. So let's go back to the game. Hang on, what's happening now? Can't go back into the game. I'm gonna be killed.
Undetected. Agent killed.
Well, that's annoying. For whatever reason, I couldn't really get back into the game. It just kept me on that map. Don't understand why. So what's happening now? It's gone. Oh, I see, I need to... Oh, yeah, I got it now. Okay. So when you set up your GPS, you can obviously switch it on and off, and we definitely want it on. It tells us exactly where we want to be going. And if you switch it off, it's going to be more of a experience mode. You need to know exactly what areas of the city you need to approach. And I tend to rely on GPS because I think it gives us the best possible guidance. Setting waypoint activates the GPS, which will show you the closest route to that location, both on the map and in the world. To turn off the in-world guiding, press L while in the map. Okay. So this is where we need to go. I'm just annoyed I wasn't able to pick up that request from my friend, but you know, the controls on Xbox are different to the ones I had on PlayStation, so it'll take me a bit of time to get used to it. Look at this, hyena thrower. Throwers are erratic and unpredictable. They recklessly use their munitions, often endangering the lives of themselves and allies. Some throwers create their own explosives using looted industrial-grade chemicals. Very deadly. Very deadly indeed. And friends online? Who's online? Let's see. Loads of different people in there. Just quickly have a look at settings. Settings, gameplay. Okay, we're not getting any of this. Just bear with me a second. I need to take a very short break. Once I come back, we'll carry on with our mission here in the Division 2. Stay with us. Back in 1 minute. Right, my friends, we'll carry on with our actions and activities here in the Division 2. Look how beautiful this is. That's extraordinary. Remember listening to some podcasts recently, and Larry and Jeff from Xbox team talked about walking the streets of DC and New York and just being absolutely in awe of the works completed by the developer, because they said these streets are so identical to what they look like in those cities, and I echo that. But I'm curious about Watch Dogs Legion, as it takes place in my home city, so I want to see if I walk through the streets where I lived and worked, and you know, the areas of the city, the areas of the city which I call home. I haven't got it. It's still offered on a very, very high price, so we'll wait for a little while, but we are going to be able to explore it then. But now I think I've lost oh no. Why is it I can't see it? Gone the wrong way. A simple explanation. This is why I can't see it. Look at this. Take another screenshot. We want to have a selection of shots to show hands, right? That's the idea. No, we didn't see anybody there. Must be the car from here. What else? Looks sunny and bright, maybe somewhat chilly. We need new leaders, new powers. The banner said, "Society is gone, we deserve better." Well, it's a frightening picture of a society completely wrong after pandemic. So let's see if I can get a headshot on this character. Oh. Okay. Any loot? Inventory. Let's see, what other weapons have we got there? Military level 2 MK. Level 1. No, I think this is better. The one I've got is better.
Agent in need of backup.
Okay.
Sending backup request.
Poisonous gas. Core challenge completed. Ubisoft XP's earned. That's fantastic. So we'll have a look at that immediately. I was talking to our friend Playmore just a moment ago about loot in here. What did I get? Actually, I didn't see. Hold on. We'll have a look at the. We talked earlier in my broadcast about Ubisoft Connect app, and you could see how it worked. We were just given notification that we had completed some challenges. So let me see what I acquired. The Division 2 core challenges completed. Just a second. Notifications. No, don't see it. Possibly not registered yet. You know, there's a possibility. Doesn't always register immediately. Games. Oh, there is one which I completed. Okay. Okay, we'll have a look at that. Hang on. Time limited. Core challenges. 1 out of 40 completed. That's what it is. Okay, core challenges. Let's see, which one did I complete? I see. The core challenge was put out a call for backup. 50 XPs. Okay, that's cool. Registered immediately, so I stand corrected. But where is it now? Friends notifications, just a minute. Smart Intel. We'll leave it on Smart Intel just in case if we get some other notifications or messages coming in. And we'll carry on. We'll carry on with our wonderful game. So far so good. I must admit, I apologize to my viewers, I'm a bit sort of a slow horse today, and that's because we're doing it for the first time on Xbox, and also I've been talking to our community members quite a bit, but we'll try to accelerate now just to bring it up to speed. I've got to admit, I played the Division 1 and the Division 2 before we had COVID pandemic, and this is a truly horrifying vision of what might happen if everything breaks down due to a terrible situation where lots of people lose their lives in no time, and you know, suddenly everything breaks down. Our society does not function anymore as expected. another one, okay. Yeah, the other one's hiding in there. Okay. Some to collect some ammunition. Any more anywhere? No. Alright. Oh, echo. So you see these echoes, when found in our city, in Washington DC, we need to retrieve them, and then we are going to be able to get the pieces of the puzzle together in order to unlock the full story. We'll be able to find out what happened and how some people perished and what types of atrocities these factions were committing. So we're going to activate this one.
I gotta get back to work. Thanks for the movie, Manny. Anytime, deal. You coming over for dinner? Not tonight. Gotta meet with some National Guard buddies. They're worried they'll get called to hell with quarantine in New York. Okay. This is serious. It's the flu. You remember swine flu? Everyone freaked out. You'll see. In a couple of months, no one will even remember what the dollar flu was. Like, Y2K.
You have been promoted to group leader.
You really know how to make a guy feel old.
Another agent is now in your group.
I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's just
Backup arrival confirmed.
People are scared. And you know what happens when people get scared? You worry too much, Mijo. Give me your wallet. Yeah. Don't make us hurt you. Well, hell no. No. You should have just given it up, old man. Help! Someone help us! Call 911! We need help! Please, stay with me, Dio.
Group augmentation active.
So we managed to activate the echo. We've seen what was happening, and we'll just get away from here. Let me see whether we can get rid of this. Okay, we did. We have a new friend in here who joined us. Let's see. Good, hello. Thank you for joining us. Streaming live on Twitch out of our Battle Royale festival.
The woman who runs it is named Odessa. Try to stay on her good side.
So then talk to Odessa Sawyer. Doing our first run on that today.
You are no longer in a group. Group augment inactivated.
The other guy left. He was not interested in being live on air, obviously.
Electronic device detected.
Okay. Need to pick this up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's upstairs. Should take a screenshot of this settlement.
This city is a dangerous place. Don't walk the streets. Take care out
Looking
there.
very good. Sunset. It's like somebody from The Last of Us serenading out there. Well, we unlocked Theatre Settlement. It's one of the big ones. Very important here. This map. Let's go to open. I think this is stash, isn't it? Yeah, stash. Important. We've got something else to collect in here. Hyena interrogation comms theatre. Collect and play.
Where'd you take him? Is he still alive?
What's that? All I hear is some bitch that keeps yapping.
This is the situation, hon. I can hear your teeth grinding from across the room. About an hour from now, you'll be pissing yourself while pleading with me for a fix.
Fuck off.
So that's one of the first collectibles that we picked up. We'll have a look at the progression. All of them are always stashed in collectibles. Echoes you've seen. We picked up factions. Felony murder is the one we picked up, and we know that these criminals will need to be brought to justice. Comms we just collected. Theatre, 1 out of 4, that's the one we picked up. Discovered. Marcus objective. Okay, we need to find that one. So that's good. I don't remember having that before. That's been improved, because I think people might feel begrudged if they've gone through the game and were not able to find some of these collectibles, and you will know from other games they could be well hidden, and that really is quite annoying, because you know, you want to have a nice stroll. In the old days they wanted us to be replaying the game in order to collect and get some of the rare ones, but that's really a model that's fully outdated today. It's always great to be revisiting some of the older games on other platforms, you know, 360, PS3, PS2, Xbox Original, and they have on backward compatibility through Xbox almost all the games that ever Microsoft would have released for the platform, easily accessible, and you can really compare the way things were then. But I've got to say, although sometimes graphics are somewhat of the old gen, the gameplay is frequently really mouth-watering, and I've done a few games recently that were given to me for free through Xbox Live Gold, and I purchased some of those for like $1 or so on Microsoft Store, and I really enjoyed them. I thought they were really terrific games. It's not all down to the audio-visual quality, you know, it's down to the concept, basically what you are going to be doing in a game, and we frequently forget this today because we are so blessed with so many different wonderful AAA blockbusters. But still, I think the concept of what you're going to be doing, what types of tasks you will need to be completing, and to what means is what will always drive gamers towards the completion. Yep, so that's all completed. We need to go. It's so nicely done with day-night cycle, isn't it? It's just very smooth. It's just so great to be walking through certain areas and discovering that it's already nighttime. So again, we'll get in.
If you're looking for Agent Kelso, she just left. I should have gone with her, but I'd only slow her down. I know you got your own problems to deal with, but them hyena motherfuckers took my little girl to get to me. If you can help, I'll be on your debt. And I always pay my debts.
Portable device detected. Incoming backup request.
Odessa Sawyer's daughter, Eleanor, is being held by the hyenas for leverage over the theater settlement. We need to get her back alive and unharmed. Agent Kelso is already on site. We'll attempt to throw the hyenas into disarray to help you get inside, so the two of you can link up to secure the hostage. The hyenas have been here a while, know the building, but they shouldn't be expecting an attack.
Later we'll be able to select various difficulty levels, and not at the moment. So it's the story mission difficulty level, so that's alright. I need to become a bit more familiar with some of it.
Electronic device
That's
detected.
sorted. Electronic device detected up there. Can go and collect it.
Looking good, Agent.
Where is it? Is it on top? Looks like it's on top, isn't it? You have items in your mailbox. Okay, we can't get through it here. Okay. We'll go all the way down. You know, I sat down for 5 minutes and just the whole experience of my gaming is so significantly altered. It's so different. Much prefer to be standing. Well, I don't do it otherwise, quite frankly. Stash. Mailbox. Look at this. Grants. Oh, we got care packages. Absolutely terrific. We definitely want those care packages. So, move to inventory. Okay, go back to inventory. Deliveries. Special deliveries. Grants, we don't have anything. Okay. Inventory. There is a care package. Cool. So, these are care packages. We'll take a nice screenshot of these. And do remember, anytime you get care packages, you need to be opening them and collecting all the loot. So let's see. We'll collect open cache. We managed to get a nice mountain hiking pack, so that's very good. We'll confirm. Open the second one. Heavy breather, Richter and Kaiser GmbH. It's German, German made equipment. Climbing gloves, Alps Summit armament. Confirm. So basically we'll just go to inventory and then we'll get fully kitted up. So we have this type of gas mask, is it? Yeah, no, it's respirator rather than a gas mask. Okay, so we'll equip that, and the other one we need to destroy. It's no use. Very important to get rid of some of the items early if they appear to be useless, and the ones that have some monetary value attached to us, then we'll obviously swap, stash, trade, and you know, do anything else that is made possible here in the game. These ones will equip, the other ones we'll get rid of. And then we'll go back to, what else have we got there? These ones, okay. No, hang on. Oh, these gloves we don't really need, do we? Level 2 gloves. Exhausted equipment. Hang on. Okay, so that's sorted. I think that's probably about it. We don't have anything else. So as you could see, all the achievements are there on the left. Picked everything up. And let me see, we have something else to pick up in there. Well, where is it? It's not here. It's outside. No, That's not funny. Can't get up there. Okay. Nothing in the stash. Okay. It's in the streets. I'm going to get out then. This broadcasting bar is causing some issues. Just slightly annoying. Doesn't seem to be fitting in anywhere. Yeah, we need to get this one. Where is it? Must be inside of the house. For whatever reason, I thought they were friendly. I don't know why.
Gonna take my advice.
This is too dark. Hang on. Settings. Graphics. A bit too bright. What was it? Still too dark, I think. 2 degrees, isn't it? Well, maybe a bit better. Find out. It's next-gen graphics, so it's been already tailored for that, and matchmake with other players from your mega map in safe houses and settlements and at the start of main missions. Okay, being dismissed.
Backup request sent.
Tape measurer.
You're right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance on the east side of the building.
What caused it? Oh, you think someone's attacking? Who have the balls coming at you? Don't know, it's gonna work! You're going down! Shit!
join your group. Backup arrived. You have been promoted to group leader.
Once you're inside, find a way to the atrium.
Okay, looks like all of them are there. Okay. See something else. It's this one, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Hang on. Did I pick it up? I did, yeah. Our friend joined us. Welcome. We're live on Twitch streaming The Division 2 on my channel, part of Battle Royale Festival this month. Battle Royale struck FPS.
Portable electronic device detected.
Okay, I want to pick it up. Let me see where it is. Where's that portable electronic device?
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're under attack. It might be a diversion, so be ready.
Radio intercepted.
I'm heading upstairs to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
Shit. Saint's here.
Who now?
Hyena big shot. Real unpleasant. We need to kill this asshole.
Did we get any loot? No? No. There's nothing in there. Okay, we'll carry on that. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm gonna just throw this thing there.
all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the elevators and work your way up.
Electronic device detected.
Ammunition. Where is it? I've just heard it. Hang on. There. Can hear it. Health. It's not allowing me to pick it up for some reason, I don't know why. Can you pick it up? No, not allowing me to pick it up for some reason, I don't know why. Anyway, we'll go up. Saying poor connection to the server. Shouldn't be.
Over there! Game on! Yeah! Try to run down!
An agent has gone offline. Sending backup request. Another agent is now in your group. Backup has arrived. Group augmentation activated. assistance needed. Agent down. Agent vital signs, 0. Requesting backup.
I just found an ammo stockpile. I'm gonna detonate it.
Another agent has joined your group. Backup arrived. An agent has left your group. An agent is back online.
That's what you get, you dumb sons of bitches.
You doing all right there, Kelso?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos. That blast did a lot of damage. on the roof, holding for backup.
I have eyes on you, Kelso.
You see Saint?
I don't know what he looks like, but there are plenty of hostiles up there.
Not for long.
Glad you made it. Ready when you are. Let's do this.
Eleanor? Your mom sent us to bring you home. Are you hurt?
Who are you? What's going on?
She's in shock. Down when she's fit to move.
Heads up. You've got
Let's
hostiles
meet at
flooding
the
into
theater
the building
later.
from the street.
Get down there and take care of him. I got Eleanor.
you're in. Odessa? Kelso has some news for you.
We got Eleanor.
Is she okay?
She's okay. I'm bringing her home.
Oh, God. Oh, thank God.
See you soon.
We've got some new footage of the hyenas. Might help you make more sense of them.
An agent is no longer in your group. Portable device detected.
Where's the prisoners?
I got owning.
So you let them go?
Didn't let him go.
Motherfucker, we were gonna trade them.
Oh well.
That's what you're gonna tell Diesel when he asks why you killed them?
I didn't kill him. The dogs did.
What dog?
I don't know. Some dogs. I didn't ask their fucking names. Oh, but they must have been fucking hungry. Cause damn, when they sniffed blood, it was chow time.
You stupid son of a bitch.
Well, whatever. Diesel ain't gonna do shit except huff and puff a little.
To the right hand.
Come on over, take a look.
Oh, hey, Agent.
It's worse than ever, Odessa. We're barely
supposed to do?
help us.
I am helping.
I am helping. Just not the way you want me to.
We need you out there again. Your leg wouldn't stop you.
It's not about that.
I know it isn't. But if we fail...
All right! All right. Spare some people.
I'll be outside.
She said you did your part.
Hello.
just realized that my mic was muted for some reason. I'm not sure for how long, so I do apologize. We were just really doing the Resident Evil event cache keys, and I picked up about 6 different ones. As you could see, they're all imported from Resident Evil from Capcom. It's for the first time that this is happening here, and I'm really very excited to be in possession of at least some of these. As we carry on with our gameplay, we are going to be getting a few more, I think. I'm not sure how many. Let me see. Resident Evil apparel cache key items collected, 0 of 21. I think 21 items, but I did collect some of the things already, and you know, it was quite good so far. So let me see. We have here some of these glasses. Glasses could be put on. Glasses superior. Then this helmet. Oh no, we equipped that already. That's true. That's true. And then this pants was all done and dusted, and that's what it is. These are the ones. Okay. Any more on the inventory progression? Main missions, 5 in progress. Grand Washington Hotel completed. Return to Theater Settlement completed. Unlock skill completed. Theater Settlement completed. The White House completed. Prologue completed. So we have all the other ones. So that's good. Collectibles, found footage. Well, let's have a look at the footage, shall we?
Step back.
It should be easy.
What's your fucking problem?
Just leave, man. We don't want any trouble.
Wanna see what I can do?
Guys, maybe we should just leave.
No fucking way. Look at this.
Fucking alert!
This is gonna be good.
As you've seen, these are very serious war criminals. They need to be brought to justice.
Back.
No, we've seen this already. Hang on. Collectibles. Just a second. Comms. Division. These ones were discovered, which means we need to find them and unlock them. Government as well, okay.
Look who it is.
Odessa Sawyer, this one as well. Artifacts. Oh, memorabilia. We picked up something else, right? That's very nice. I like that. Just a second. Inspect image. So this is Bald Eagle figurine, right? Looking good. Something from the White House, I believe. White House snow globe as well. Really cool. And then relics, none. Collectibles. No, just a minute. We still have some collectibles there. Database. Organizations. The theater. Okay, we picked that up. Civilians. Eleanor Sawyer. She's the leader's daughter, Odessa Sawyer. She's a former division agent. Key people. Who else did we get? Alani Kelso. She's also one of the agents. And yeah, that's about it here. Database. Oh, combat intel. Okay. Hyena Russia.
Whoa.
They're very deadly. You need to always very be careful. If they start running towards you, they want to rush you, and therefore you're very, very vulnerable. Remember that. Commendations. Combat. Did I get anything? I did. Grand Washington Combat Merit. I know it's just unlocked. I didn't get anything, I don't think. Hang on, we need to see. So locked under? I think so. Tactical. Drone System Distinction. That's been all unlocked. Discovery. Oh, I see, we are picking up bit by bit. These are our challenges.
Hey there.
Picking up everything bit by bit. It's working a bit differently compared to the way the game was in the very beginning, but looking good. The graphics and inventory are absolutely superb. So we can just simply carry on with the activities and then double check sometimes on the achievements and rewards to see whether they're completed. Right, so that is, let me just see, the hunt is on. Ubisoft Connect, apparel store, recommended activity settings, level 39, level 4. Okay, I'm just curious about main missions, 6 out of 33. Jefferson Trade Center. Yeah, we have several missions which indeed we can be completing. Curious to see whether we can get something from here before we depart, because we'll be departing now for Verdansk and Warzone. Ryan's here. Oh, hello. Ryan's there. Hello. How are you doing, Ryan? Good to see you. How's it going? I actually have seen earlier today that you were streaming Rainbow Six Siege, and you've been playing this game quite a lot. Definitely a very, very good game. I played on my PC a little while back, and maybe we'll have some of it here as part of our Battle Royale festival, so we'll have to see. And Ryan's asking whether we can help one of his friends. Yeah, we'll help one of his friends, just we don't do follow for follow, that sort of thing in here, but I'll be glad to have a look at his channel and then support him in order to get to the affiliate level, so that's no worries. Affiliates will get always some extra tools in order to run the streams, and they include to sell games and to provide bits and bits and pieces, so it's all very good. And Stu Pixel is his thing. That's great. I'll have a look at it tonight, and then obviously I'll email you, let you know what I think of the channel and everything else. We're all here to support our friends, streamers, and embrace everyone to join our Twitch-based community. And I think becoming an affiliate is something that is a necessity for anyone who does streaming. But then to get to the level is extremely difficult, because to do that we'll need to invest financially in various marketing online campaigns in order to get to the required number of immediate viewers. And the algorithm is very tricky. It doesn't really detect easily the number which is required. So I mean, I've been streaming for almost 3 years now, and I'm nowhere near the number which is required for partners. But I do know that some people are rigging this and buying software which is giving them, additional viewers, etc., which is completely disreputable. It's basically hacking, and getting partner level does take a lot of practice and time and investment, right? Main investment is in getting publicity through social networking. You have regular viewers to be coming at the same time. It's all about the number of people who are your regulars. So I think it's about 80, if I'm not mistaken, that need to be viewing the channel consecutive over a longer period of time. And our friend Ryan says, I appreciate he only needs like 1 or 2 more. That's no problem. What I'll do for him is I will do a Twitter posting, right? I'll post it on Twitter, and I will ask my community members, the members from Apex, Destiny, The Division, Warzone, just to follow, to help him. And I'm sure that our friends will be able to do that. And I'll have my Warzone stream imminently within the next 5 minutes. I'll ask other guys to have a look at the channel. Keep it in mind that some people may not want to follow somebody's channel if they are doing something that they don't appreciate, or if they're streaming the games which are not really within their niche, if you know what I mean. For instance, Warzone veterans may not want to be joining a channel that is streaming Pikachu. I mean, just like a blunt example. And it's just it depends. But I always invite people in to have a look, and then take the pick. And you've seen our community here being very, very inclusive and very supportive towards anyone who had good intentions, who was wanting to be a member of our online gaming community, and people who are basically wanting to do lots of good things in order to make our world a better place. I mean, that's really what we do here. And you would have seen really during the time of this pandemic, this dreadful, ghastly pandemic, that we were able to keep abreast with the news and with our connections beautifully throughout the whole year. And in fact, if there's one thing I could certainly remark on, is that from about midsummer onwards, I felt probably more busy on the communication and online connectivity front than ever before, because there were lots of people coming in and connecting and talking and sharing their views and thoughts and feelings about the game. And we've had a very busy Destiny community, which somewhat decreased last year, because lots of veterans and other people migrated to other games, being fed up with lengthy grinds. And then I've gone to Warzone, and we in no time built a regiment, and we have about 30 permanent regiment members, and everybody can sort of squad up at any time during the day, depending on their own time zone. And we stream, we join forces every single day and talk and entertain everyone. So definitely a good way forward.
Hi there.
Right, thanks very much to Ryan. And how are you, Ryan? Actually, I've not seen you for a little while, and hope all is well. I did notice that you were playing Rainbow Six Siege quite a lot, and probably Warzone as well. I didn't see that through streams, but Rainbow Six Siege is a terrific multiplayer game that requires a lot of skill, practice and effort, and certainly a game that I would need to have here on my channel as well, together with all the other FPS games. But many games, a lot of content, little time, and people appreciate that we need to, I've gone back to the Division today, and the Division indeed is a wonderful game that I've played for quite some time, but it will take me at least a couple of days to get familiar with in-game mechanics and controls and various other things which are present here. So it's the usual when you're on autopilot. Once you're doing Apex or Warzone, it does take a bit of time to switch from one game to another. So anyway, thanks very much to Ryan for popping in and saying hello. I'll take a note of his friend's channel, and I'll recommend it through my Twitter for not just my community members but also for others to join in. And I will really try to get as much support as possible for his channel. We want to help new budding youthful junior streamers and everyone else who wants to be fully part of our community. Right, so I think we've come to the end of our session of the Division 2 for today. It's been definitely a very good introduction of activities. We had several of our dedicated community members popping in and saying hello, which is always appreciated. I realized that I wouldn't say forgot about the in-game mechanics, but I need to really adjust myself to the Xbox controls. They're significantly different to the ones on PlayStation, and it'll take me maybe a couple of sessions to get into the full swing of things, so I apologize for this. I couldn't remember immediately on the kind of social front there with randoms coming in what I was to do in order to kind of mute them, or there was a chap coming in speaking in Russian, and this is obviously a channel that is delivered in English, and that causes sometimes confusion amongst the participants, and I apologize for this, but I'll smarten up as we go along and learn by experience. Obviously I played the game a lot previously, and I know what to do overall, but it'll take me a couple of sessions to familiarize myself with some of the controls on Xbox controller. Right, so now we've come to the end of our session for today, and we'll migrate to the world of Gdansk very, very shortly, within the next 5 minutes. I need to have a short break as well, and then we'll crack on with some battles in Warzone. So stay with us and join us for more battles in our wonderful tactical multiplayer and our usual suspects, the guys from our regiment. See you very shortly.